Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 12 of my Transport Fever series. In this episode, we're going to be going ahead and creating our southwestern line, coming from our transfer station here in the Southern Pass, down through Southwick into Alton, and then another line running down from Southwick to Hingham, and possibly onto Margate. Also in this episode, if I have time, we may be looking at getting some of these production facilities down on the southern side of the map set up, and getting those goods onto our train line that'll be here. That way our trains can pick up goods from the northern end, drop off in the towns, and then once they get down here to the southern end of the line, they'll be able to pick up more goods and drop off on the towns on its way back up. That should help make the lines a bit more profitable and keep the towns well supplied. I have also been thinking about possibly running the train all the way down from our southern pass station here, all the way up to Rumford, and then continuing our line on from Castle Cary up through here, through Harrow, and then down to Rumford, and create basically this massive two-part western, it's not really a loop, as the trains would end in Rumford and then go back to their respective ends. But yeah, something like that is kind of what I've been thinking, and then using Rumford as a sort of transfer point from going from the east side of the map over to the west side. So probably won't get to all that in this episode, but we'll see what we can do. Okay guys, so that took me quite a while, but as you can see we have this nice little layout for basically the incoming and outgoing switching area for this side of the line. I want to do something similar on this side later on to kind of replace these center areas here maybe. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I've set this up this way so that I have some mods here. Well, actually, I haven't unlocked them yet. They'll unlock in another 10 years or so. But there'll be some buildings here that I can put alongside the track, and it'll make it look really cool. So I wanted to have some space here for the buildings to sit, and basically they'll look like the switching towers and like the freight towers or whatever they're called, where they monitor the trains that are coming in and direct them where to go for parking, basically. Now, once I get the 240 trains on this line, they'll probably stick out a little too far if they were to just sit here. But since they'll be going into the depots here and disappearing, it's okay how this is set up for now. I'm not sure if I may come back and change this out later on just to make it a little more realistic, where I could stop the trains here and they would fit in their own little bays. But yeah, so now we've got that done, we're gonna go ahead and start setting up the new line. So let's open our line manager here, get out of the way a little bit, and we're gonna make a new line. Go from the platform down to Southwick, down to Alton, and then you can see that it already comes crosses over here and bypasses the Southwick station on the way back. There shouldn't be a need for this train to stop there, since we're going to have this other line that comes down through Southwick and then all the way around. So that's why we had this little switchover area, and then it bypasses the station on its way back. And all of these signals should be set up correctly, so we can go ahead and name this. It's going to be train freight. I guess we can just call it the Southwick Alton. And let's go ahead and get a train for it. So if we come down here and take a look at our outbound lanes, we can see that to get onto the outbound for the Southwick Alton line, we have to use this first track closest to us. So we'll do that, and let's see what kind of train we want. I know in the late 1950s, going into the 1960s, we're going to start unlocking diesel trains. So maybe we don't want to get the most expensive train right now, as we'll be replacing it in just another decade. But we don't want anything too slow at the same time. So we're probably going to go with a Scotsman, maybe the A4 Mallard. Honestly, the upfront cost isn't too big of a difference between the two, and we get quite a bit more power and speed with the A4. So we may just go ahead and use that. So on this line, we're going to be moving fuel, the various goods, and construction materials. And we've made this train just a little too long at 248 meters for our 240 meter platforms. But I think that's going to be okay for now. Again, in another few years, we'll end up unlocking the larger tanks, tank wagons, so those will get replaced as well, which will end up changing our overall length. So we're just going to leave this as is for now. And until we get these lines working a little more efficiently, I'm actually going to just leave this guy as a single train for now. We actually need to go ahead and set up this other line before I forget. So come back over here to Castle Carry. And then back over here to our transfer. And that should be all of our stops. So yeah, it comes in here and then heads back out. Through there, into there, and that should work okay. Let's go ahead and change the color just to make it easier to see. I guess we can go with that. So this is going to be train freight. Castle transfer, I think. And now we need to create a train for that. So again, let's go ahead and take the A4. And from this point, we're only going to be moving fuel and goods. Go ahead and so 241 meters with 12 tank wagons and 12 good wagons, so that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and get 2 of them for right now and set them onto the castle transfer line. Now we do need to yeah, so as you can see, we've got stuff stacking up quite a bit here. I think maybe because we're still running these Badens on this line, and they're a bit slower now compared to some of the trains we have available. Let's also take a look at them. So they're also only 154 meters instead of the 240 that we want for everything right now. So we need to start bringing them in and changing them out. Let me see if I can find... There he is. So 48 and 72. Yeah, these guys definitely need to get updated. And in fact, we're gonna go ahead and send him in once our new trains roll out. And let's go ahead and get this guy started, so that the demand from Alton and, well, Alton's down here, and Southwick here will be seen in Castle, and stuff will start getting put onto our new line. Actually gonna go ahead and... Ooh, we're down to 48 million. Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and get one more and put them both on to the Alton, or Southwick Alton line. Unpause again. And of course now our train waiting to go into the depot is holding things up a bit. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that engine. Gonna get a A4. Actually, maybe we should just go with the Scotsman, because we're not going to be able to make use of this 145 kilometers an hour on this line. And the running costs may be just a tad bit better. Yeah, I think we're just going to stick with the Scotsman for right now. So add him on. We're at 167 meters. Going to start adding on some more tank wagons, I believe. Yeah, we have a lot of fuel stacked up. So let's go ahead. Let's see, how many do we have already? We got 8 on there. Oh, and you can also see that one of our plastics trains is only running with 5 and 10. So yeah, these trains need to get updated. So we'll go ahead and have 12 tank. Actually, let's go with 14. We have 8 goods wagons right now. Let's go ahead and add 2 more. So now we have 14 and 10. And let's place them back on the line. Let's head back down this way. Nope, that guy's going the wrong way. So actually, let's bring him into the depot. Wrong one. Let's bring our Baden here into, our Baden here into the depot and change him up. Missing a light here, I just realized. Alright. This light is too far back, I'm not sure why that was there. Put that there. I want to make sure all these are one way. Okay. So our next guy's in. Let's get rid of the engine. I did not mean to hit that. So let's do 14. And 10. Put him back on the line. And let's find the last Baden. Which no, that's our new guy. So, he's right here. So let's go ahead and tell him to go into the depot. And because I'm stupid, I forgot to hook up. Yeah, we actually need to get our 2 new stations set up for our freight transport. Because right now it's not going to be seeing hardly any demand because like none of the buildings are covered. So let's go in here, get some bus stops. First of all, I want to work on these roads just a little bit. And I think that looks okay. So let's go back here, grab our bus stops, open this up, look at where our stuff is. We can get away with 1 bus stop for now, it looks like. Place it right about there. New line, there to there. This is going to be road freight. Inner Alton, or well, no, Alton, let's go Central. If it starts growing big enough, we'll add multiple stops for the commercial and industry sectors, but for now we can just call it Central like that. And now we need a truck depot. I'm not sure. Let's maybe put it out this way a little bit. Yeah, I think we can do something like that. Go down here to the Opal Blitz. 2 is going to be more than enough. And now we have to do the same sort of thing over here in Southwick. And now let's get our bus stops. And we can pretty much cover the entire town with a central one like that. Truck stop to the middle of the town. And we're going to call this Road Freights Southwick Central. And same thing again, we need another truck depot. I think we'll just put it in up here. Like so. And again, I think for now 2 is going to be plenty. Come down here and find Southwick Central. Okay, so now there should be demand from these 2 towns being seen on our new train line. So come down here. And I've already told the train... Oh, no, where is the train? Oh, he's all the way down here already, okay. Okay. So now let's come back up here. Let's check our lines real quick. So we have our South CM transfer line that we need to get operational now. Comes through there, down, and then around. Okay, so we need a couple more trains. We need this depot here. Now for this, we are definitely going to use the A4 because again, we're up at the top of this hill and we're going all the way down. So we can make use of that nice top speed. Go ahead and get that. And again, all we need on this are more stake cars. We might as well take it all the way to 238. And we're low on money. Good thing we have our entire loan amount that we can take out. So that's almost 13 million per train. So for right now, we're just going to have 3 of them, which should be okay. Put them all on the South CM transfer. And start time back up. Now I need to find... Yeah, there he just went in here. I think I'm going to keep this Baden, this last train that we had, on the plastics line and keep him for posterity. To put into the train museum once we figure out where we're going to put that. Which means we need to borrow more money. Probably all the way up to, yep, our 30 million limit. And we need to build, let's see here, plastics line, we're using the Scotsman. And we're using 14 and 10. Which, that's a lot of money. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait a little bit and get some more money. Okay. And let's go ahead and put them on the plastics line. And now our plastics line has been updated. Go ahead and pay off, hit the new month. As soon as we get some money, try and pay off this loan, as it's about to be the end of the year. I'm actually going to go ahead and close that menu so we can, although there's a lot of smoke around here, just want to kind of sit here and watch this station. It's really active and it's pretty fun to watch. I love watching the trains crisscross over and under each other. Then you have all the car traffic and then our separate passenger line over there. It's really interesting to watch. And I'm pretty happy with how the update to this transfer hub here has come out. So we just got a new cart there. I didn't actually mean to close that. The RE4/4, just a lightweight passenger locomotive, it looks like. Something to keep in mind. Wow, produced from 1948 all the way to 2005. So, yeah, that thing was a trooper. At some point, may look into some electric lines, but they are pretty expensive to maintain. So let's go ahead, close that for now. Come over here and take a look at how things are going. So as you can see, we've moved out a huge amount of that fuel that we had piled up. However, our oil line is starting to back up just a little bit. And it looks like we may have some room here where they should be spaced a little bit closer, maybe on this side. Yeah, maybe not. They look pretty evenly spaced. They're just getting hung up a bit as they're trying to get through this station. Not too much else going on over here. There's a lot of crude oil stored up, so production should be going up here, I would imagine. Although 1500 and 800, that's fairly close to what we're producing right now. I'm a little surprised these aren't higher. Mainly the fuel isn't higher now that we have basically 2 more towns demanding fuel. They are rather small towns, I guess. Could be why it's not as pronounced. Go ahead and put in just a couple more roads here while we're waiting on some money to come back. Since we blew through almost 100 million already this episode. Let's do a little something like that maybe. Come over here, build down. Let's go ahead and connect that. A couple roads here. Yeah, it's not too bad. And I think we can start this line up. Let's go ahead, go in here, grab some opals. 3 should be okay for right now until we get some more planks in here. So now our, let me reopen the line manager here, keep things in order. So now that we have our South Seam transfer line running, they should be picking up construction materials, bringing them down to here, filling up the remainder of their wagons with planks, and then heading down here to the transfer station. And those planks will then get dropped off and made into tools, which can then get shipped back over here and distributed to the northwestern towns and now the southwestern towns. Yep, there we go. First stool's rolling off. So our plank and log demand should start increasing here. And you can see we've got a lot of planks here that are trying to get over to our goods factory, although it is now starved of plastic yet again. Yeah. So we may need to start updating our oil line again, although I believe these are already up to 240s. No, they're only at 179 meters. I thought I had upgraded these earlier to 240 meter trains. But we'll have to start working on that soon. But as you can see, we've already gotten 25 million, so we can go ahead and pay off our loan. Stop paying the interest on that. We're going to take our 2 Opal Blitzes here that have been sitting, and we're going to put them on the planks line since we've got a bunch starting to stack up. You can see our 2 train lines here coming through and helping with the plank or the log delivery. Or I guess I've gotten rid of the road freight from the forest over the sawmill completely now, so they're doing all the work. And there's some planks getting on there. I'm not sure why the construction materials were dropped there. They should have just been going straight on. And I'm not really sure why he picked them up. It's a little odd. Yeah, now we're really starting to get some stuff stacked up here. Actually, this filled up a lot faster than I was expecting. We may need to start adding some more... Oh, something's stuck. What is this guy doing? No path. Why is that? Oh, I think I know why. It's because we made the train too long, and it's just barely sticking over past the point. So if we shorten this up a bit, and then put the signal back. Maybe that's still not enough, since the train has disappeared here. Oh, going to the station. Oh, yeah, so you can see he's so long that he just barely passes this point here now. So we will need to make sure we don't go any longer than that once we update the trains in another decade or so. Okay, so we don't have a whole lot of food or fuel here. Now let's go take a look at how those lines are doing. So production's not too high here. Well, I guess our production is basically meeting its potential, though. It seems like it should be higher. Take a look over here. Our plastics line seems to be moving out everything pretty well. Our oil line desperately needs more good wagons. Yep. Production is pretty good here. Let's just go ahead and start sending them in. I'm not entirely sure when we unlock the larger tank wagons. I'm sure it's going to happen as soon as I get these guys upgraded, and then I'm going to be mad. Okay, so we finally got this figured out. So I went ahead and replaced the what were they? The A3/5 with a Flying Scotsman for more power and higher top speed. And now we have 14 tank wagons, and then I believe 10 good wagons. And back onto the oil line. And we're going to start doing that with all of the trains that we have on this line. So we're going to go ahead and send the next one into the depot. And I'll be back as soon as I get this all done. Okay, so we almost have all the oil line trains updated, but I want to pop in real quick and show you that we have 2 new ships, the rail bus, the new tank wagon, and the new state cars. So of course we would unlock the tank wagon as I'm in the middle of upgrading some of these trains on the oil line. So I think we're going to hold off on using the newer tank wagons until about 1958 or so, when we unlock the diesel engine, and then we're just going to go ahead and fully upgrade everything on the oil line. And as soon as he drops off his load, we're going to send him into the depot. These trains are starting to get a little stacked up. I'm not entirely sure if we need another one on this line. We may be okay, although we've got a lot of plastic there that needs moved. I think for now we're just going to leave it as it is, because like I said, in another 8 years or so we're going to be upgrading to diesel trains and the larger tank wagons. So things will get changed around then. For now, we're just going to leave the line as it is. And let's come back over here. Let's take a look at how our goods factory is doing. So, again, it's plastic starved. And it's just a problem over here. I really don't want to have to try and put in a dedicated plastics line just to bring it into the goods factory. But if it keeps being underproduced like it is, or undermoved or whatever, we may need to do that just to keep this good factory production up, now that it's also got a supply all the way down to here. Not too much there. Let's check our new towns real quick. Wow, so we've already got 89% coverage for goods, or satisfaction, whatever you want to call it. 41, only 5 on the fuel, and only 6 on food. That's pretty bad. Let's see, production's pretty low here. Oh, I see. Yeah, we really need to start upgrading this line. This is woefully outdated. We've got Badens and I don't even think these are, yeah, these are only 92 meter trains. They're not even half the length of our platform. Yeah, we have got to update these. Oh, but should I do it now or do I wait for the diesels? I think we're just going to wait for the diesel trains in a few years before we start updating this line. That way we'll have more money to play with and we won't have wasted it on upgrading all these trains. So we may... Actually, I should probably time-lapse building some more of our line down around here while we wait for 1958. I'm still confused as to why they're dropping construction materials here. And then they're picking them up and moving them back up to the construction materials factory. It doesn't really make sense to me. They shouldn't be dropping them there for really any reason. In fact, I'd like to know who is dropping them there. It's almost got to be our CM transfer line, maybe? Nope, he doesn't have any. Oh, wait. There he is. Which one is it? Yeah, it's our CM transfer line. I have no idea why he's dropping it there. He just came from the construction materials factory. And then he's dropping the materials here, which then get picked up and brought back to the factory. That doesn't make any sense. And I don't know how I could fix that other than building a separate platform so that they're not connected and seeing the demand somehow. Yeah, I have no idea why he's doing that, but he's wasting... Yeah, he's completely wasting, like, all of this space. When he should be picking up... Actually, he should be picking up more logs than that. And wasn't our our construction materials are only 45% and 70%, that's pretty good. But yeah, he should be not dropping off all the construction material, and he needs to be bringing them down here to get transferred onto the southwest towns here. I am very confused as to why it's doing that. Because it should see that that's like farther away than what's demanding the construction materials. So it shouldn't be picking them up and moving them this way when we don't have a train that goes in that opposite direction, like to drop them a castle or anything weird. Okay. Thanks, game. Thanks for doing that. I mean, I guess if our train, our blue line train, the CM loop train, picks them up and then brings them all the way around, maybe it makes some more money that way, just because it's hauling them such a long distance. But then we've got construction materials stacking up here because it's not picking up as much. Whatever. I don't know. The game does what it wants. And on that bombshell, we're going to end the episode here. So, thanks for watching this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to, and share this with all your friends. And in the next episode, I'm going to be working on more of the southwestern line, heading around into Hingham and all that. So I will see all of you in the next video.